sounds like Weight Watchers from the 80s? Oh my. I guess that means I need to clarify some things. When I'm talking about the health benefits of vegetables and different vegetable families, I am not talking about them as a 0-point food or a low-calorie food. In fact, my content is not centered on weight loss at all. You can apply the Nutrivore philosophy to a calorie deficit diet. In fact, if weight loss is a goal for you and you are following some kind of weight loss diet, I would highly recommend learning about Nutrivore and understanding how to apply Nutrivore principles to your preferred strategy for weight loss. And that's because every single weight loss diet has multiple common nutrient shortfalls. And nutrient shortfalls, meaning you're getting enough of that nutrient to avoid a disease of malnutrition, like scurvy, but you're not actually hitting the recommended dietary allowance. That increases risk of just about everything that can go wrong with our health. And I used to be obese, so I understand that sometimes the desperation to be a normal weight means that you're actually okay sacrificing your health for weight loss. I can also say from both the scientific literature and personal experience that it's actually not worth it. But in my content, I don't promote weight loss diets. And even though it would probably increase the popularity of my content if I talked about my 150-pound weight loss, here's why I don't. I find the science showing that we can be healthy at any size very compelling. And before you start fat shaming in the comments saying, well, what about somebody who's this big? Size is a very poor proxy for health. And the studies that properly account for things like diet quality and physical activity, and for underlying health conditions like hypothyroidism, and for the experience of being stigmatized for your weight, the microaggressions, the medical discrimination, the assumptions made about you if you are in a bigger body versus the assumptions made about you if you're in a smaller body. I remember the point in my weight loss when people started making eye contact with me out in public, just strangers. I remember the first time someone opened a door for me. You can't know what that is like unless you have lived it, and I have. Wow, I was not expecting this video to be an emotional rant. I choose not to use my weight loss as a credential because the science shows that it does not matter. What matters is our health behaviors, social determinants of health, which we have no control over, genetics, again, no control over that, and psychosocial stress. So my content is about healthy eating, just healthy eating no matter what your size is, what your goals are. And I teach about nutrient density and healthy eating patterns in a weight-inclusive way, because that information should not be tied to weight goals, and it should be accessible to everyone. So yes, vegetables are really good for our health. They reduce risk of cardiovascular disease. They reduce risk of type 2 diabetes. They reduce risk of cancer, of osteoporosis, of chronic kidney disease. They reduce risk of depression and anxiety. They reduce risk of gastrointestinal conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, diverticular disease, and inflammatory bowel disease. They are good for our health, period. I should add, I have a whole playlist going through the science behind health at any size if you're interested. And also, please no hate to this commenter. I don't talk about this part of my personal experience very often. They had no way of knowing. Honestly, I didn't know where I was going when I started this video myself.